Good afternoon, this is Darnell from Porsche of Ocala. Just taking a moment to make a video here on the 2018 Porsche Panamera. This particular one is in night blue metallic and it has the Luxor beige and black interior. It's a very elegant looking vehicle. Going into the new generation that started in 2017, there were quite a few changes made to the vehicle. Starting up front, you can see there's a lot more sharper lines on the front of the vehicle, give it more of a pronounced look. Front end is a little bit wider. You have active vents in the front grille to help control the airflow going to the intercooler. You have parking sensors in the front and rear as standard. They come with a backup camera. What used to be an upgrade for the headlights, the LEDs, are now standard. So you got 4-point LED daytime running lights and a full LED headlight. The engine is a drastic change from the previous generation. The standard model had a 3.6 naturally aspirated V6 engine. This new model has a 3-liter V6 turbocharged engine that produces more horsepower and more torque. So with this model, you're getting 330 horsepower versus the outgoing 300 horsepower. They've changed the lines around the body a little bit to make the vehicle seem a little bit more like a stretch 911. You have the full LED tail lights. This vehicle has the Porsche logo in black, which from a distance kind of gives it a badgeless look. It's a very clean look on the back. You have the twin exhaust pipes in the rear. Just give it that sporty look that it's known for. The spoiler's up on this one. It goes up on its own while driving, or within the PCM, you can actually control the spoiler so that it comes up on its own. You get quite a bit of space here in the Panamera. Very deep on the side, so you got a lot of cargo space. The power tailgate is standard. This vehicle does have the entry and drive feature, so when you have this extra button that's right here, this is actually going to close the hatch as well as lock the vehicle as long as the key's within range. So you just have to be within 4 feet of the vehicle. That also gives you the ability to walk up to the door handles and put your hand inside the door handle to unlock it, and then touch the outside, and there's going to be a little notch on the handle to lock the vehicle. The key staying in the ignition is now standard, which I'll show you that in a minute. You can adjust the height of the tailgate by pressing and holding the button that's there on the left. Now, Panamera was always designed to be a 4-door coupe, pretty much a 4-door sports car. So you have buckets all the way around the car. So you got buckets in the rear for your passengers and bucket seats up front. You do have a panoramic roof with this generation. There are controls in the front of the vehicle as well as in the back. So there's a control, that toggle that's right there in the center console to open the shade in the rear. You have heated seats in the rear of the vehicle. You can fold both seats down if you wanted to get a little bit more space in the cargo area. This vehicle does have the soft closed doors, which is really nice. Going on the inside, very elegant interior. You have the Bose surround sound system with this vehicle. 14-way seats with the memory package. The vehicle is equipped with a couple extra safety options. You do have the lane change assist here. So it's on the inside of the mirror, which is really nice. So when someone's in your blind spot, this will light up and you can control the brightness of this. The new instrument cluster and the normal layout looks just like it used to. You have your 5 gauges like you'd find in sports cars. But it's digital now, so on the multifunction steering wheel, the roller here on the left will control this digital display, while the roller here on the right will control this digital display. You have drive info, you have vehicle info so that you can monitor the temperature of your oil, temperature of your coolant, boost pressure, battery voltage. You obviously have your fuel range up there. You have tire pressure, a G-force meter. And this vehicle is equipped with night vision, so you can actually access that through here as well. And then if you go up once more, just going to manually zoom and zoom out a little bit, you can have your navigation right here on the screen as well. Going to the right, you have the PCM with navigation. The screen's a lot larger than it used to be. It's now a 12-inch display. You have a home button there, so you can go to the home menu and you can customize the layout of this to be what's a little bit more convenient for you. You go down, you have the nav. So the map now takes up, again, a huge screen, so it's going to be, the visibility is going to be a lot better than it used to. And you can customize the layout of this view as well. There is a proximity sensor now on the radios, so as your hand gets close to the screen, the necessary menu pops up. I've condensed some of the media options to make it easier to get to certain things. Connecting Bluetooth is very simple. Your drive select is now on this screen, so you can switch to sport mode very easily. You can customize an individual mode, so you can, let's just say for instance you wanted to have the spoiler up and you wanted to have the suspension in the Sport Plus setting, but leave the drive setting in normal. You can do that and then hit individual, and it will customize the individual settings, so you can personalize and customize the vehicle. You have your climate settings here, so you can actually control the center vents, which is really interesting to look at. So you control the center vents here. Like I said, you have the lane change assist and the night vision on this vehicle. Porsche is very big on simplicity, so they want everything to be very easy to operate. You can even do dual screen if you wanted to. You can swipe through different options. The previous generation of the Panamera had a lot of buttons that were down here. A lot of people didn't like it, but again, everything's done for simplicity. Now you have a touchpad. They wanted to make sure you still got feedback, so when you press the button, it not only clicks, but you can feel a little vibration. That way you know you're hitting the option. This vehicle does have the heated and ventilated seats on the driver and passenger side. You have your standard sport mode, you have your standard PASM, so you can adjust the suspension to the Sport and Sport Plus settings, so you can also change the drive mode from here. You don't have to do it from the screen. You have your electronic parking brake. There's a couple benefits to this. If you started to drive off in the vehicle while the door wasn't fully open, the car would engage the brake, as well as put the car back in park, so that you can't have any risks or any accidents involved. This does use a double clutch transmission, just like the sports cars. You pull it down into drive, you can see where you are up here. You do have a manual mode, so if you push it over to the left, you can now assume control with the shift lever, or use the paddle shifters that are here on the steering wheel. And to put it back into park, you're just going to press the P button that's right here, and it'll re-engage park. Like I said, everything is very easy to use. You have these cup holders here in the center. And then you have your center console for storage, as well as for USB access. Still do have CD players with the Panamera, so you can put in a CD inside the glove box. You have a nice clock here in the dash, helps with the elegant feel for the interior. You have a memory settings on both the driver and passenger side, which is nice. On the passenger side, it's a little different. So you have 3 buttons there for just the memory seat. While on the driver's side, if you look at the buttons here, you have 2 buttons for the memory seat, but that'll also be memory for your steering wheel as well as your mirrors. The 3rd button, which has an icon of a key on it, is to help you store different functions in the car. So if you make any changes in the PCM, you can hit set and then key, and then it'll store the settings that you've changed. Let's step out and take one more look at the Panamera. Very elegant and sporty design, all in one. Hope you enjoyed the video and look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you.